Hi, my name is Jessica Curtan. I am broadcasting this video today, June 2nd, 2009, for the class PA 101, the Paralegal Professional, with Professor Heather Valdez. In this video, I will cover how United States laws are derived from the following sources: statutory law, administrative law, constitutional law, and case law. So what is law? U.S. law is primarily based on English common law, but Spanish and French law systems also influenced it. According to the 5th edition of Black's Law Dictionary, law in its generic sense is a body of rules of action or conduct prescribed by controlling authority and having binding legal force, that which must be obeyed and followed by citizens subject to sanctions or legal consequences is a law. Laws are easy to follow as they are basically common sense. For example, do not bust a cap in someone's butt. Common sense. Surely the crits would mock my saying this. Upon settlement of the American colonies, the English law system was generally adopted as the system of jurisprudence. From this foundation, American judges developed a common law in the United States. Constitutional law is a source of U.S. common law. Chapter 5 of The Cheeseman states the principles enumerated in the Constitution are extremely broad because the Founding Fathers intended them to be applied to evolving social, technological, and economic conditions. The U.S. Constitution often is referred to as a living document because it is so adaptable. The U.S. Constitution established the legislative, executive, and judicial branches of the federal government. Administrative agencies are set by the legislative and executive branches of federal and state governments. Administrative agencies enforce and interpret statutes enacted by Congress and state legislatures. Many administrative agencies regulate business. Examples are the FTC, FCC, and FDA, which were created by Congress. According to Cheeseman, these rules and regulations have the force of law. Administrative agencies usually have the power to hear and decide disputes. Their decisions are called orders. Because of their power, administrative agencies often are informally called the fourth branch of the government. These agencies provide expertise and many resources in dealing with business and complex commercial organizations. There are currently more than 100 federal administrative agencies. Statutory law, also called statute law, is written law, unlike customary or oral law, which is set down by legislator. Examples of statutory law are civil law and modern civil code systems. According to Wikipedia, statutes are enacted in response to a perceived need to clarify the functioning of the government, improve civil order, to codify existing law, or for an individual or company to obtain special treatment. Statutes may originate with national, state legislatures, or local municipalities. Case law, also known as decisional law or judicial precedent, is the general term for principles and rules of law set forth in judicial opinions from courts of law. Case law incorporates courts' decisions from individual cases and encompasses courts' interpretations of statutes, constitutional provisions, administrative regulations, and, in some cases, law originating solely from the courts. Case law is often published in print law reports or reporters and online to establish rules to apply in future court decisions dealing with similar situations, or simmer situations, Just for fun, I am going to recite a passage from Chapter 8 in Cheeseman. You take a big bite of a peanut butter sandwich and savor the taste. It has been processed by a food manufacturer and inspected by the federal government, so you think it's pure peanut butter. Not necessarily. Under federal FDA guidelines, peanut butter may contain up to 30 insect fragments per 3.5 ounces and still be considered safe for human consumption. Do you know how much an ounce is? In a cup, it's like that much. It's not very much. The FDA has set ceilings or action levels for certain contaminants, or defects as the FDA calls them, for various foods. Several of these action levels are: for golden raisins, you can have 35 fly eggs per 8 ounces. Popcorn, 2 rodent hairs per pound. Shelled peanuts, 20 insects per 100 pounds. That's not so bad. Canned mushrooms, 20 maggots per 3.5 ounces. And tomato juice, 10 fly eggs per 3.5 ounces. In my opinion, that's pretty gross. That certainly will not stop me from choking down my delectable canned maggots or exceptional pureed fly eggs. Yummy. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.